Well, there we are. As you can see, I think, I'm in Montaneta. It's a strange morning this morning. Everything's going wrong. Right, I've lost. Yeah, I really had to persuade myself to come up here this morning because the temperature said 10 degrees C. It's a bit warmer than that. Come on, crap face. Stupid driver, not knowing what he's doing. Anyway, as you can see, I'm down near the San Fransisco church, which is Jen liked this church. She thought it was really cute. Anyway, get me in, going in the right direction. Yeah, and I wanted to check the van because I could smell diesel. So I went down and checked the, got everything ready. Decided I would walk. I was going up for 9:30 at Raphael's, and opened the bonnet, and yeah, I've got a leaky injector. Number one injector is leaking somewhat. That's where the smell of diesel is coming from. So I shall have to take that in and get it seen to. And while I was there, I thought I'd check the oil and water. And yeah, oil was all right. Topped up the water a bit. Then couldn't find the top of the water container, the pressure top. I spent 15 minutes looking for it. I couldn't believe I'd lost it. In the end, having been looking for there's a nice view of the surrounding area. Looking for the white plastic top, I found this metallic plastic top on top of the battery where I normally put it, and it slipped under the edge of the handle. So oh well, that was a good start. And then coming down through up through San Jose to Raphael's. Raphael's was closed. Oh, no coffee this morning. Oh yeah, I decided I was going to walk from Montaneta around the short route. I get here, got my Garmin out to send you a start walking message, and the battery's gone flat. It was fully charged at the beginning of the week. I don't know what happened to that. So Garmin not working. It's spitting with rain. Oh, then I'd got my Samsung phone working with the maps on, so went in to look for the 6 kilometre round this this particular bit of Montaneta, and apparently my subscriptions run out and it's wiped all my routes off. So I've got no routes to look at. It doesn't matter, I know where I'm going, but I'm hoping that's the end of it this morning. Anyway, I've got this steep downhill bit to do. It's a bit wet. I'm going to turn you off a minute. quite amazing. It's growing out of the rock. Very strange. Oh, looks like a path down there. Looks like paths all over down here. I did notice before down here that, let me change hands, there we are. In this area there are a lot of paths go down to the left, but there is a track further down, so it would just go down to that. It's obviously rained here recently, the floor's wet. The track path getting somewhat overgrown. The outdoor active is playing up. They've obviously changed it, apart from wiping all my 300 or 400 routes out that take me back on every island. I'll go online and see what the hell's happened online. And whether it's just the app on the phones that's gone funny. That bit there, which is onto the track. I'm actually going to join that track further up, but the path's nicer when you're on your own anyway. And there's more to see. And here I am, coming up to the track I've just shown you. Right, now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going straight across here. And, oh well, I'll just check it just a minute. Oh. Oh, I'm going mad. The phone's in the wrong pocket. It's going to be a bad day today. Find me, come on. Right, that's the track. Right, let me walk up here a bit and I'll know where I'm going. Well, I need 3 hands now. What with having this for videoing where I am, and right, I know that's on the path. So this path goes on now and joins another splits further up, and I know where that is. One goes down to the left, and I carry on. So it's not very far up here actually. We're still at the side of the road, and yeah, there we are, coming up to the changes. I have walked down this one to the left, that one. It is different, as it says you can't walk down there, but I have. And this is the Arenas Negra path that I'm going up now, and well, I'll aim to do 5 or 6 kilometres, which is about the shortest I can get easily on here. The trouble with Montaneta is that the last bit down to the church means you've got to climb back up this bloody big hill. So yeah, from the point of view of cardiovascular exercise, it's wonderful. As you can see, this zigzag, as far as I remember, comes to another track. Oh look, looks like snow. Lots of fungi. They're all over. Oh, I didn't expect them this time of year. I must have got the timetable wrong of fungi. They're all look like bits of snow everywhere. We often walk back down this way, past this tree. Let me show you the tree. There you are. It's been laid there a long time, and that's now got fungi growing out of it. Well, still going up and round. I think this track is actually farther than I think. I'm going to switch off for a minute. We're still up and down. It is deceptive, this bit of the walk. But as you can see, I am in deep wood, but it's very nice. Well, I'll switch you off a while until I get closer to the next turn off. Well, that was short, about 50 metres further on, and it's the next turn off. I need to look at the map. Hola, buenos días. Buenos días.
Sí, tío.
Okay, if I go across up that track, I can get across further up. Not having my own routes on it is a real pain, but never mind. I've got a couple walking in front of me, so they're walking very casually. As you can see, we're still going up, of course. Oh, here's an interesting little thing set of fascinating. So they're a different type, not the little white ones. Ah, little bird. Well, I put 2 t-shirts on because the forecast was 10 degrees C up here. I am now sweating cobs. It's got quite warm. And if you look there, there, that's where I'm going, around this big loop above. It shows you how steep this is, even for walkers. They have to put this, let me get this back, these loops in to make life easier. Nice up here. You look at the deep dark bit of the forest on this side. Nothing. Then you come back this way. Past the path. And up there into the distance there's a path going there. I do have some trouble with this gimbal. Oh dear. I can't get used to it being going in opposite directions to where I want it. There we are. So yeah, we should come up to the point where the other track that joins this comes in. It's at times it's overgrown, the other track, but I do use both of them. But we've got a while to go yet. But this is really a pretty walk. And again, wonderful silence, wonderful views, really very attractive. The path in front of me, I'm on a flat bit, that's nice. I've been climbing ever since I walked up got out of the van, up the steps to the church and upwards ever since. Right. There's a different type. These are white, bigger. Lots of them about. So as I get higher, the fungi is changing. And here I am where the other path comes in. That goes down to the bottom, to where I started. This bit now gets rocky and nasty, but it's a bit I've got to go up, so I'm going to switch you off and the camera. Okay, that was a slight turn off. There were two possible things there. I've always walked on this one, and in about 400 metres this crosses one of the main tracks back. I've been walking just under half an hour, and obviously uphill all the way. So cardiovascularly it's doing its job today. My nose is running like a tap again. Find a tissue. Yes, it's difficult walking up this kind of track while wiping your nose, having a stick in one hand and the gimbal in the other. It's a bit difficult. Anyway, I'll switch you off a while to free one hand up. Lots of dogs. Oh, you look a friendly dog. Okay, I'm up at the joint with the next track now. Defend straight on is Arenas Negra. I think this track to the right takes me back on a shorter route, which yeah, so I'm not in for a giant walk today, so I'll walk this way, and then I think this one joins into the track up to Arena Negras, the main track off the main road, but there's also the bit down, and I think it's the one through the undergrowth. I don't know until I get there, but there is a path there, so I may be fighting the undergrowth in a while, but this is an easy walk. I've now been walking over half an hour. The aim was an hour or so's walk, an hour and a half maybe. That was if I got a map and knew where I was going. If I'd gone up the path, it gets very close to Arena Negra car park. It's just below it, and yeah, I've now found a way of jumping across the 10-metre gap. But that's another hefty climb that I don't want to particularly do today. So I'll have this easy walk. These are nice trees, and I'm already breathing rather heavy, and sweating like a stuck pig actually. But 2 t-shirts are a bit difficult to start taking off while you're walking, so I'm leaving them on. They'll just both go in the wash when I get home. Right, yeah, it's another one of them that we've walked regularly. Oh look, they've had a tracked vehicle there. You can see the tracks. So obviously been in some hefty work somewhere up there. These do look nice. Just and it's quiet again. I tend to forget when I'm not here what it's like up here, and there is a kind of inertia to walk regularly. You know, it is easy to sit in the lounge and talk to ChatGPT or watch the box, just have a coffee and a toast now and then, but it's not getting much exercise. And to some extent it's the fact that I've exercised all my life that means I can keep walking. Once I stop, I think that will be it. Next turn off, and you'll remember this Gain and Jamie. This is the one with the low branches and the bloody awful walk. I could have gone down the main track, but what's the fun of that? So you can have a look at this for a while. it'll not be long before I can have to switch off because it gets too dangerous to try and video while I'm doing this. It's a bit slippery down here today, but yeah, you can see where I'm going, if nothing else. And I've just been talking to ChatGPT. It's amazing. I mean, I wasn't in this section, I was on the track at the top, but the fact that I could still get a signal to him and send him a photo and talk about the walk is interesting. It was strange talking to ChatGPT while I'm walking. It said, it looked at the picture and saw all the rocks and was saying, you want to be careful where you're walking, you twist an ankle there. I just say, I'm not quite sure what Chat is trying to do with me. Right, I'm going to switch you off for a while. This is an easy bit. It gets a lot worse further down. But, hello. Yeah, we're going to get into the overhanging stuff in a minute, and this gets slippery, so you're going off. Active down here. Well, maybe not attractive. Maybe it's because that's steeply down. It's where the water track is. It's a bit dangerous walking. So I'm going to switch you off again because part way down, and there we are. I've just come down one. Oops. As you can see, sloping back up there. I'm halfway down this. It is, I mean, fortunately it's not clay, it's ordinary soil. It would be deadly if it was clay because it would be so slippery. But you still need to keep an eye on what you're doing. There we are. It's perhaps I should have walked down the track after all. Yes. A matter of where you put your feet. And make sure you pick your toes up as well. Watch the branches overhead. Oh, that's my knee hurting. A lot of the overhead branches have died off. Last time I came down earlier in the summer, this was really bad. Let's see if we can give you. That's where we are. That's where we're going. Oops, we're still going down on this rocky bit. This thing does cut across the track again and then goes down the other side, oops, to the road and across the road, and a bit more hard work on the other side of the road. So I suspect my hour's walk is going to be an hour and a half, 2 hours. Right, that's down the worst bit. It's now levelling out. And my nose is now running again. Let me just switch you off for a while. We can see where I'm going. Well, I don't know what kind of view of this you've got. I'm just watching my feet. It's obviously had a fair amount of water down here in there recently. It has been washed out. Oh, there we are. It's, as I say, it's the undergrowth dying back, which is quite interesting. Last time I came down, it was really hard to walk down. But as you can see, most of this stuff now has died back. And even the brambles don't seem to be that wonderful down here. They appear to have died back, unless the foresters have been down, of course. It is designated as a path, this. It's supposed to be a path on, well, on the outdoor active map it's a path. Well, it's now getting easier to walk. This is a nice easy path now, kind of. I'm not sure how slippery this is. It's walking on a 45-degree sideways slope is never ever good. There we are. Bit of sunshine, look. Oh, there we are. Nice sunshine. Now watch my feet. Stop looking at the sunshine. Yes, it's got awfully rocky again now. And that little bit there, it must be the speed of water going around the corner or something. Oh, just too a nice round. Looks like the ones I buy, that. How does that one? I wouldn't dream of taking them though. Oh, look, some more here. A whole set of them. So it must be the right time of the year for going out mushrooming. If you've got that skill. Right, I think I'm nearly out of this now and at the bottom, so I'll switch off a while it gets round the corner. Coming down to, this is the main Arenas Negra path, the track for traffic going up to Arenas Negra. And yeah, I have the option of walking down there or walking across here. This is going to be a long walk in the end, mind you. It will have done me good. Right, here we are. Interestingly, this used to be lots of holes in it. It's had so much water on it, it's levelled itself out, or they've been down and levelled it. It used to be really bad driving on this. Right, we're across the Arenas Negra track. Oh, yes, they obviously have been doing it. Like this has been scraped off, so they've scraped it and levelled it. Right, oh, we're getting into the thistles and brambles. And a rough bit of path again. Well, I've been walking an hour and 10 minutes possibly. I might get back in an hour and a half. Once I cross the road down here, this is the main road I shall be coming back on, the one that goes down to Montaneta. The track goes across the road, down a track, then turns right, and there are two ways. It either joins the path to the road behind Montaneta Church, down on the far side. Oh, I can see the road now. Or I go down the steep bit opposite the church, and I can't remember exactly which it is. You can get to either of those from here, so it depends which way I walk actually. But anyway, the path and the road coming up, as you can see in front of me. That's interesting because it's not the one the bit of road I expected. Always dangerous trying to get across this road. I thought it was a bit further down, but it is the track. I just thought I had to walk down the road to get to it, but I don't. So now I'm on the other side, going down. I don't have to cross any main roads to get back to the van now. The van is over to my right and down a fair amount. The first bit we walk up from Montaneta, the steep bit, I'm now walking down, and lots of loose stone. To have walked down this bit quite a lot recently, the last few walks, last 10 walks perhaps. But yeah, this is where I have to turn off to the right, and if you're not careful you're knee deep in brambles, as you can see coming up now on my right hand side. These are vicious brambles, and it's either this path or the next path. They take you to different places. This path I think takes me down the steep bit. If I go down a bit further, there's a second track that takes me to the top of the road behind Montaneta. So this one I think joins the road opposite the San Fransisco church. As you can see, these brambles are quite let's try and get through without getting scratched to death. There we are. I have parked at a different space up on this side as well, so I didn't have to go down to Montaneta. I parked a couple of 100 metres higher up than the church on this side of the road. Well, we always walk from the bottom there. As you can see, we're going down steeply now. Lots of brambles again. And oopsie-daisy, trying to avoid running down this hill because it isn't much fun if you get a bit further down. As we get down here now, we are getting nearer to where the van is. Oopsie-daisy. When Jem was in the van, I used to like to see if I could see the van, so I could see her. Yes, we've got two options. That way is to the where I once parked the van further up the road. I need to go around this path on this side, which takes me down to the steep bit, which is a bit messy, opposite the church. Watch my legs down here. They're fairly steep and slippery. Both my knees are beginning to say, oh, we've been walking today. And here we are, getting nearer the last steepish bit. When we get there, they were actually putting a balcony on the building further up near the bridge that goes over the road a couple of 100 metres before the church. There's a building on the other side and they were putting a balcony around it. Right, there we are. As I said, in the distance there, I don't know whether you should be able to see that through the trees. There is a minibus somewhere. I don't know whether you can see it at all. I can see it. Oops. topsy-daisy. And that's to say, this bit is steep. The last little bit before the bottom, there's no easy way around this. Although the roots down there do kind of act as steps, so it's possible to get a kind of grip, and I'll go down the steep bit. I was going to walk around the edge, oops, but that gets a steep bit then. The locals have been out. This is locals collecting whatever they collect this for, I don't know, but it's the time of year. Oh look, there's some steps there. I didn't realise those steps were there. Or I'd have come round that way. Well, you live and learn. And there we are. Last step down, there we are. And into the sunshine. And at the end of the walk, more traffic now. There was very little early on. And there we are, San Fransisco Church. Okay, that's another walk done. And it's 11:30. So an hour and a quarter, I suppose, which isn't that bad. It's a simple walk. My knees know they've done it. And now, see if they recover before Wednesday next week. To take another one next week. Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to have to go to the garage and see if I can get the leaking injector pipe seen to. I will soak it up before I go down and try and get rid of the smell coming into the van. So there we are, back at the van. It's always nice to get back.